Hi, welcome to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor Hamza. Thanks for checking me out. So, a couple things I thought I'd talk about real quick. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm really excited to have you in my life in this new year. So, happy 2020, everybody. It should be a really great year. And like we have to keep that expectation for it to be exciting and happy and stay with that vibration, and it's going to be that way. So I'm really excited to be in 2020. 2019, everybody wants to give it the finger and be like, oh, that was horrible, but like other people saying, it's a stepping stone, and here we are in 2020. So cool. Just a couple things I was going to speak about. One of the things was the Pope was just grabbed. That was in the news, and that's just something I was talking about. And I was like keeping a little distance between people is healthy, and I know people have these expectations for I want to get you know I want to grab that whatever it is in I want to grab that and bring that closer. If that's good, I want to grab it, but that's actually a real person. So you're grabbing, a person grabbed the Pope, and then he's like, ow, they yanked his arm, he's old, and then try to smack their hand. I mean, you can't blame him, right? He's a person, and a lot of times what's happening, I'm going to go back, and this is going to be like a metaphor. So I went on Facebook and I said, you know what? Somebody posted about how they're going to they're interested in taking DMT as in a vape. I said, you really need to be like a qualified, shaman to do that. And what I mean is, like, you have to be someone that meditates a lot and is trained in shamanism and finds somebody like a teacher to walk them through the paces. It's not in the articles talk about how like 15 and 16-year-olds were taking this DMT like it's the new drug, and they're just doing it in the morning before they go to school. And I think that can be very harmful for the psyche. So I'm saying that if someone's going to take a hallucinogenic or something like DMT, that they have to be, trained and, like a shaman. And so this guy, went online. It's like, yeah, making fun of shamans, and I said, well, I'm actually, they were like, and the person said, well, I've done, how was it, Akaluja? I've done that for, I don't really say it a lot, I've only read it. I've taken that many times in the jungles of Peru with the shaman. I'm like, well, then if he's supervising you and he says it's okay for you to do and at your spiritual time, then I would say that I would defer to his judgment on the matter for you personally to take it or not. But I'm referring to children and how I don't think it's a healthy thing for kids to be doing, because they want to be like in style. So they want to be like, like instead of taking a beer can and smash it against your head, you're taking all these drugs to show off for your peers. That really isn't a healthy thing. And this guy had to pipe up and say, it's that whole polarity thing, positive, negative, black, white. Everybody sees in these paradigms of this way or that way. This guy's good and that guy's bad. This is gray. Never. It's black or white, So this guy said, oh, I hate all these, people talking about like you didn't, like, I think. I said, well, I am a shaman. I've lived with the Native American tribe. They invited me in to live with them for 3 years because they saw who I was and what I was about, And then he goes, what was he said? He said, you boomers are really wow, it was culturalizing, like I'm like absorbing their culture and saying it's mine when it shouldn't be mine, like that's like all these, and he goes, all these white people saying they're other things than they are. You're a white guy. And I was just like, well, I'm sorry you feel like because of my skin color, I can't be, a spiritual person, but I know what I'm talking about. I've been trained. I know a lot of things. I said, you don't really know my background at all. And I don't know who you are. But, just to be talking about me, like, because of my skin color. Like when I was with the Native Americans, they finally accepted me, and I had to go through a process with them. It's just, it wasn't like they just, invited me in. I had to get basically tested and, run through the gauntlet. And they finally said, you were born in the United States. You're native. You're native too. And I mean, I had to go through a process. It's not like they just let everybody join. But when I finally, got with them and started learning everything they had to teach me, I spiritually progressed and in different ways. So it's all good. What I'm saying is that about the DMT and about how you have to be, yourself. And there's been so much negativity towards spiritual people. We have John of God. I'm even calling out this guy Moji. I think he's got something going on. I could just tell something. And I don't want to judge everybody, but from what I'm hearing, reports I'm getting, something's not right. So what I'm saying is all these priests and the pedophiles. You keep hearing these stories. So I commented on Facebook. I made a post. I said, do you think I'm a real spiritual guru or just somebody out to trick you? Just posted it. And, a lot of people are posting positive things. A couple of people post negative things, which I expected. And then some people are like, I don't believe in any spiritual guru. I don't believe in, and I'm saying to myself, okay, so you don't think that someone can have a spiritual truth and be able to teach you anything. So basically, what you're saying is that you don't need to learn from anybody else in the whole world. And, hey, if that's what you're thinking, then don't watch his channel. Don't watch his channel. Go do your own thing, right? So what it brings back to the, person grabbing the Pope is that, spiritual teachers now it's a weird time because all these self-aggrandized gurus and spiritual teachers and everybody else going in front of the public and saying things and then having all these negative things happen. So it just kind of rips that whole thing down, which is good. But when someone who's real, like moi, comes out and does something, everybody, first thing is doubts, It wasn't like this, thousands of years ago, It wasn't like this in Jesus' time. It wasn't like it before him, and it wasn't like him after him for a long period of time. It's just kind of recently where this is now, everybody's talking about themselves being your own guru, which is cool. The point I'm trying to make is, and what he said, the guy was being negative. He's like, a lion doesn't have to go out and ask other people, he said, am I really a lion? And I said, and I responded, but he already commented and then blocked me, which was like the wimpiest thing ever. I said, but I did respond, and I said that a lion doesn't need to ask other people if it's lying. It doesn't do that. It can't talk. It can't ask you, hey, what do you think about me being a lion? Am I a lion? but the lion can roar. So, I can roar. In about 2020, I feel like it's our time to speak, and come out and be who we really are, and not take it, so much. And if I'm a real spiritual teacher, which I am, then it's okay for me to speak it and tell you things, because that's really I'm the real deal. And what's going to happen is in 2020 is that I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm going to prove it. And the taste is in the pudding. So, it's like God wouldn't send a messenger without him being able to prove it. To prove it. Like Jesus said, I don't need to show a miracle to you. You people are so wrong. I'll only give you the miracle from Nineveh and the miracle of Jonah and all that. That's what he did. And that's what he said. I'm not afraid. I could go up to the test and pass the test. I'm the real deal. And I'm excited to be here with you. And I don't mind to prove it to you. And for each and every person, I can prove it. 100%. 100%. There's no other spiritual person, teacher on the planet that can actually go in front of you and prove it. That can say, hey, that has it, and says, I could prove it. But with, God on our side, who could stand against us? So it is interesting times that we have now. 2020's clear vision. We're going to see. And you're seeing me. And I'm excited to be here in front of you and speak to you. I have a class I'm doing on the 19th where I'll be answering questions in the public forum. And I'm excited to be able to address people for a few hours and teach them spirituality and meditation. And it's going to be a fun time, I think. I think you shouldn't miss it if you could come. Expecting a big turnout. It's going to be at this cool ashram. You could go on my website, victorhamsa.com, H-A-M-S-A. There is a lot of neat stuff that's happening now. And I talked a little bit about things before. There is interesting things about the everything going on. I mean, it's just mind-boggling, all the things that I could talk about with you. It's like, what did we talk about? There was in Syracuse, there was a meteor, supposedly some bright light exploded over Syracuse last night, 10:30, Syracuse, New York, p.m. Very interesting things. I pay attention as much as I can to everything going on. Anyway, I wanted to do a quick thing about the roaring lion. It's good to be quiet and meditative and reflect, and then, like I said, when you get to a certain point that you're getting all the downloads, the spiritual downloads, eventually it comes back out and you start talking to people. So that's what's going on. So the second bit about this video is manifestation. So a lot of people have been thinking, gosh, it's crazy when they see 11/11, they're saying, oh, it's a time to make a wish. That's not really everything spiritual. When you see something spiritual in your world, it doesn't mean, oh, it's time to make a wish. you know, because everybody's thinking all the time, so once you're a baby and you can't reach out of the crib, you're thinking, I wish I could move things with my mind. I want to make my world my reality. I want to make it the way I want it. With my will, I want to do whatever, manifest. That's what I want. I want to manifest. If everybody was allowed to manifest everything, it'd be a crazy place, wouldn't it? But 2020, the energy, I'll talk about it this way, the energy level, the higher vibrational state that we're in, we had the highest Shamans frequency. I don't know if you knew this, ever recorded, was not that long ago. And there was another spike the other day. We're at a higher vibrational frequency. And, direct, for a lot of you, direct manifestation can occur now. So when you have this, and it's not your ability. Let's get this straight. It's not your ability. It's half your ability. So it's like you're putting a request in. It's like you're sending a fax. Okay? You send a fax, bzzz, and it goes, and then it's looked at. And then if the request faxed in works, then the 8th dimensional printer that is your reality is going to print out that manifestation. So if you're sending a fax, in a spiritual fax, and you're putting in a machine, and you're sending it, but you're sending it wrong. You're sending that fax backwards. You're sending it. You used a Chinese program, and you wanted it to get to an English printer. That's a lot what's going on, right? But the vibrations can be so high, especially with someone. Let's give credit with me in the world, that the vibrations are so high that you're manifesting, and you're like, you think you're crazy, you think you're God, you think something's going on. You're like, what happened? I just thought it happened. I just thought of it, and I saw it in an internet search. I just saw it. I just thought of it, and it just happened, Don't let that flip you out, is what I'm saying. And everybody in 2020, not everybody, but the people who are in tune, listening to me, whatever you ask for when you're doing this right. You must be doing something right. You're listening to me, right? You're listening to this channel. You're going to be able to manifest directly, not like next week, not like now. After you watch this video, I'm sure you're going to be able to manifest one thing. And when I say manifest, I mean manifest. Like, it's not like it's going to pop out of the air and it's going to fall in your lap. Like, not that. Like, what I'm saying is, like, whatever, like you can't, like you're thinking about gold coin. You just think about it, and then you turn on your computer, and the first thing's going to be a gold coin, or like that gold coin. Then you think about it, and you go in your car and you go for a drive, and then you listen to somebody on the radio say the word gold coin or whatever. You're manifesting that vibration into your reality. It's gonna be quick. It's like now, okay? Like, I've been at this a long time. I'm talking 30 years. I used to time these things. I'd see 3 things in my reality, and I timed it from 24 to 36 hours. And I'd be looking at the manifestation in my reality, and what made it work and what didn't make it work, and how do I make it work better. And I mean, I've been like, I'm at this a long time. And now what I'm saying is, this is going to be, you're going to be shocked. Try it after this video, and comment. What'd you manifest? I'm curious. But you have to do it the right way. You have to put that fax in the machine the right way. And how do you do it the right way? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in these videos and channel. How do you get that fax in there? You want to manifest something that's positive, for yourself, certainly good for you and everybody else. Me, myself personally, hardly ever do I try to manifest any more like wealth or things like that. I just try to manifest, honestly, I try to manifest health for other people. That's how I find that I get back more. I pray for other people, and I want other people to, I'm praying for you. I have more, I'm served more by serving others. That's why I'm doing this video. So I feel more empowered by empowering other people. So that's what I'm excited to offer, is everything. And you're going to find that it's exciting. It's an exciting time. Man, this is what you wanted. It's what you wanted. Didn't you want this? I think you did. You wanted the people to manifest things. You were hoping one day, if only I could get the way things I want to happen. Now you're going to be, you're going to be getting there. You're going to be like, oh, I managed something. And I'm not saying it's every second. Maybe for you, maybe once a day. For me, you have no idea. But for you, I'm saying that maybe once a day you can manifest that thing. Just get that mental fax going and put it in the machine. It's going to seem like cartoon. Like you're making a cartoon character in your mind. You're talking to some cartoon in your mind. And you're trying to put that together. What? It's like you talk to a cartoon in your mind. You're just fantasizing about it. And yeah, I like to go on vacation somewhere on a beach, and picture it for, just talk about it and then forget about it. And next thing you know, you'll see a video about going to vacation on a beach or something like that. So it's going to be really interesting for you. And maybe it's going to be more concrete. Maybe your friend's saying, hey, I'm going to vacation on this beach. You want to come? I have a free ticket. So let me know how the manifestations go. And I'm excited to talk to you. And happy 2020, everybody. Hope it didn't come down to mean at the beginning of this. But thank you so much for checking me out. Like, subscribe, share. Happy 2020. Happy New Year. Peace out. Bye-bye.